Thank you, Mayor Bhalla, for hosting us today. It's good to be back in Hoboken with some excellent friends. I know that Congressman Sears was supposed to be with us, but he is in a virtual markup, a committee markup, which means they're doing business and doing amendments. So I appreciate his service and his advocacy alongside with us in the House of Representatives to make some of what we're announcing today possible. County Executive Tom DeGise, who's a great partner to have as we unfold some of these programs. Freeholder Anthony Romano, strong advocate. The council people who are here with us, appreciate them. And all who have joined today. Hoboken and Hudson County have really stepped up to serve their residents during these challenging times. And Mayor Bhalla deserves credit for steering Hoboken's ship during the worst public health and economic crisis in our lifetimes. He's shown real leadership, made some very difficult decisions, and put the health and safety of the people of Hoboken above all else. As he said, Hoboken was the first to close restaurants and bars to reduce the spread of COVID-19. And the city is among the only places offering 15-minute rapid testing for any resident who wants one. And that's huge, because we will never return to normal if we can't give people the confidence they need that it's safe to go back to work or school, to shop in our stores, or visit the town square. The only way to mitigate the risks of COVID-19 is through widespread testing and contact tracing. And here in Hoboken, they recognize just that. As a former mayor of Union City, just above on the cliffs, I understand the challenges of running a city during normal times, and these are far from normal times. And yet Mayor Bhalla, with the help of the City Council and the county executives, has seen infection rates plummet, businesses started to reopen, and the streets of Hoboken beginning to teem with life and energy we're all accustomed to seeing. Now, New Jerseyans have also made enormous personal and financial sacrifices to help flatten the curve, to prevent our health system from being overrun and get us to a better place that we are in now. But we still need folks to take necessary precautions, to wear masks, to practice social distancing. We've seen spikes in other parts of the country that were too quick to reopen or never took the prudent steps that were taken here in Hoboken and across New Jersey. And to the extent that we see a blip rising again in New Jersey, it's from those who have come from out of state and or not practice the social distancing measures that are the key to stopping the spread of the virus. So let's remain Jersey strong, stay smart, stay safe, and most importantly, let's stay ahead of the virus. Let's not erase all the progress we've made together. Now, I'm proud to be here specifically to announce that nearly $2 million from the Federal Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security, or the CARES Act, will be used to help small businesses in Hoboken reopen and recover. I'll let the mayor and the county executive detail the program, but each small business can apply for grants of up to $20,000 to help pay employees, rent, mortgages, utilities, and other expenses. This is on top of the tens of millions of dollars in federal grants and forgivable Paycheck Protection Program loans Hoboken small businesses have already received. I have sponsored bipartisan legislation that would make some 85% of all of those PPP loans automatically forgivable without the headaches and the paperwork. That's for loans up to $150,000. In Hoboken, that would cover over 1,000 small businesses and would instantly forgive nearly $37 million in PPP loans. Our small businesses are hurting. Many haven't reopened, or they haven't reopened yet at full capacity. And relieving some of the burden will only help small businesses and ultimately our economy recover. In all, Congressman Sears and I have helped deliver over $117 million in CARES Act funding to Hudson County. That includes over $5.5 million to reimburse Hoboken for COVID-19 related expenses like expanded testing, plus another $500,000 in rental assistance. We've also delivered over $630,000 in community development block grants to Hoboken and another $1.2 million to Hudson County. These grants can be used to help economic recovery. Nearly $6.7 billion in economic impact payments have been sent to over 4 million New Jerseyans. And over 1 million New Jerseyans have been helped by the expanded and extended unemployment benefits, including the extra $600 per week through the end of July. So I'm proud of the work that we've done to deliver billions to New Jersey to help combat COVID-19, but we need to do more. When the Senate reconvenes next week, I expect the Republican majority to finally come to the table and work with Democrats on a fourth COVID package to address this crisis. Not only do we need to continue to help the unemployed and our small businesses get back on their feet, we also must help our state and local governments. They've been hit by a 1-2 punch of rising costs to defeat COVID-19 and falling revenues due to the economic fallout. Without help from Washington, they will have no choice but to raise taxes, cut essential services, and lay off workers. We're talking about first responders, police officers, such as the fine officers we have here from Hoboken, the Sheriff's Department, teachers, public health and sanitation workers. It would be the height of irony, and a horrible one as well, that the men and women we needed most at this critical time would be the ones fired as a result of the economic distress that the virus has created. That's why I'm leading a bipartisan effort to deliver $500 billion in flexible federal funding to our frontline communities. The State and Municipal Assistance for Recovery and Transition, or the SMART Act, would provide direct federal assistance to every state, county, and municipality in the country while targeting funding to the areas with the greatest need, based on COVID-19 infection rates and lost revenues due to the economic fallout. Because New Jersey was hit so hard, and Mayor Bhalla took early action, we estimate that Hoboken would get about $30 million from the SMART Fund alone. These flexible federal dollars can help Hoboken expand testing and contact tracing, keep our first responders and teachers on the job, continue to assist small businesses, and serve the residents. So I said from the outset way back in February that it's going to take a coordinated federal, state, and local response to defeat COVID-19. And while I expected more from the Trump administration, I can tell you that Congressman Sears and I, along with Senator Booker, haven't stopped fighting for New Jersey, for Hudson County, and for Hoboken. We've got great partners like County Executive DeGise and Mayor Bhalla. New Jerseyans are tough and resilient. We don't back down from any fight, and whatever knocks us down only makes us stronger. Together, I'm confident we'll get through this and see some brighter days ahead. Thank you very much.